Hi friends, myself Sanjay S. Patil, and today we are going to see basics of electronic circuit. Actually, one part we have covered, diode we have seen last time. So now let's see transistor. So in this presentation we are going to see basics of transistor, then types of transistors, and how to bias a transistor. Diode we have seen in our last presentation. So now transistor. So basically we have seen that transistor is also a semiconductor which has three terminals. Okay, and basic function of there are two functions of transistor. First is switching, for it is used for switching, and second function is it is used as signal amplifier to boost the signal. So it works as signal amplifier. Now there are two basic types of bipolar transistor we have seen. First is NPN transistor and second is PNP transistor. So in case of NPN transistor, P-type semiconductor material is sandwiched between two N-type semiconductor material, and in case of PNP type transistor, N-type semiconductor material is in between two P-type semiconductor material. So now transistor has three terminals: emitter, which is denoted as E, base, which is denoted B, and collector, which is denoted as C. So now you can see here the transistor. This is a one type of transistor, 2SD882, that is the type of transistor, and you can see three terminals: emitter, collector, and base. And this is the symbol: emitter, collector, and base. So this is the symbol for NPN transistor and this is the symbol for PNP transistor. Okay, so you can see the difference between arrow here in case of NPN and in case of PNP, and this is the three terminals: emitter, base, and collector. Emitter, base, and collector. Okay, so this was about transistor, then its symbol, difference of symbol between NPN transistor and PNP transistor. So now let's see how transistor works. So basically it has got three terminals that we have seen. So in the circuit we have to connect these three terminals: base, emitter, and collector. Okay, so now next question is how transistor allows to pass the current through the circuit, that we are going to see. So here a current flowing from this base terminal to this emitter terminal opens the flow of current from collector to emitter. So see, this is basically NPN type of transistor. This is the symbol or this is the arrow. Okay, from that you can recognize the type of transistor. So this is the NPN type of transistor. You can see the three terminals here, and these three terminals are connected in electric circuit, and in order to work this transistor we have to apply current, or we have to pass the current, or we have to apply little bit of voltage between this base and emitter terminal. So how much voltage we have to apply? 0.7 volt. Okay, so when we apply 0.7 volt between base and emitter, the transistor will start working, and it will allow large current of flow through collector to emitter, right? So in case of NPN transistor you need to apply a voltage of around 0.7 volt between base and emitter to get the current flowing from base to emitter. When you apply 0.7 volt from base to emitter, you will turn the transistor on and allow a current to flow from collector to emitter. So you can see the direction. Okay, so when we apply 0.7 volt to emitter and emitter and base, large amount of current will flowing from collector to emitter. This is how transistor will start working. Now there are three modes of biasing the transistor. Okay, so what is mean by biasing? Biasing means how we can on the transistor or how we can start working of the transistor. Okay, so we have also seen that transistor can be used as switch. Okay, switch means on off mode. So how this is possible? By using three modes of biasing. So first is cutoff, second mode is saturation, and third mode is active. So these modes are decided by how the transistor is connected in the circuit, whether these three terminals are in forward bias or whether these three terminals are in reverse bias. Based upon that, the transistor will work. So we are going to see one by one. Cutoff biasing. So in case of cutoff biasing, both junctions are in reverse bias. So what is reverse bias, what is cutoff, we are going to see in next slide. Second mode is saturation, where both junctions are in forward bias. And third mode is active, where base and emitter junction is in forward bias and collector and base is in reverse bias. Okay, so these are the three modes by which we can connect transistor into the circuit and we can make the transistor to operate or do not operate. So it will act as switch. So now let us see cutoff biasing. Okay, so let's see the circuit here. You can see here N, P, N transistor. Then these are the three what you can see terminals: emitter, base, collector. And you can see here this is one DC source and this is another DC source, and it is ground here. So how the DC source is connected? The negative terminal of the DC source is connected to base. Okay, base is at the P type material, and the positive terminal is connected to emitter, right? And for the another DC source, positive terminal is connected to collector, negative terminal of DC source is connected to emitter. Okay, so that means the both junctions, NP junction and PN junctions, they are in reverse bias. Okay, so what is forward bias and what is reverse bias? Again I am going to repeat what is reverse bias. Reverse bias means for P type semiconductor material we are going to apply negative terminal of DC source. Okay, and for N type semiconductor material we are going to connect positive source of DC source. So that will make the semiconductor material or transistor in reverse bias. Okay, so in case of reverse bias there is no current flows. Okay, so we have seen in case of our previous presentation for diode, only in forward bias the current will start flowing. Same thing applies here. In case of reverse bias there is no current. So this figure shows the symbolic representation of the circuit. Getting? So this is the cutoff mode of biasing. Next is saturation mode. Okay, so in case of saturation mode, again same thing, NPN type, then three terminals, but the difference here is that positive source of this DC source is supplied to base, negative source is supplied to source of DC material is connected to emitter, right? And another DC source, positive terminal is connected to N type, that is collector, and negative is connected to emitter. So here both junctions are in forward bias. Okay, which one? The base and emitter, that is one, and another is collector and emitter. Okay, so we are going to apply here voltage to base and emitter, and here another source, collector and emitter. So when we apply forward bias, here you can see the voltage at base to emitter is high compared with voltage at collector and emitter. So in this case maximum current flows. So here the transistor will start working, right? So in case of forward bias, maximum current flows and transistor will start working, right? And last mode of biasing, active region. So here you can see again NPN transistor, 3 terminals, emitter, base, collector. So here the B junction is in forward bias. That means base is connected to positive of DC source, then emitter is connected to negative of DC source. Then here in case of collector and emitter, positive terminal is connected to collector terminal, then negative terminal of DC source is connected to emitter. So here the B junction, that means base to emitter junction, is in forward bias, and the BC junction is in reverse bias. Okay, so here base to emitter voltage is approximately 0.5 to 0.7 volts. Okay, and here the transistor will start working for only forward bias, and this is the turn on voltage of, this is called as turn on voltage for the junction. Okay, so here the voltage of collector to emitter is high as compared with voltage at base and emitter, right? So this was about the 3 modes of transistors, how we can bias the transistor. Okay, thank you friends.